Hey, y'all. Hey, oh, let me turn this hat backward. I actually over my brother's house, and I'm finna go to the store in the rain, and he let me hold his cowboy hat. You know, he's Saints fan, but my baby brother, he loved the Cowboys. But anyway, y'all know the date and time is still the same thing. Thursday, January 16, 2020. And in the description section of this video, we're putting a link up. Now, we want to talk about Jeffrey Epstein for a second. A lot of people, it has been swept under the rug. It has come out over the last month or so that ABC News knew about Jeffrey Epstein. They was going to do a expose on it, but because they wanted access to the Queen of England and the royal family, they decided not to run the story because it was going to indict, I think it was Prince Charles, for going over there messing with them little girls. Now let me give y'all the truth about Jeffrey Epstein that they're not telling you in the mainstream media. Jeffrey Epstein was a spy, a double agent. He worked for the Israelis, Mossad, and the CIA. Jeffrey Epstein, what his job was to catch powerful people in compromising situations with children. In other words, Jeffrey Epstein was one of the greatest child traffickers in motherfucking history, man. This dude, his whole job was to get Bill Clinton, the Prince of England, all these entertainers, all these politicians down there on his island. Once he get them on that island, he'll get them in a situation where these dudes was literally having sex, molesting, and in a lot of cases raping these little girls. And he was recording it. Now let me show you the importance of that. Because just imagine if you got your president, the president of the United States at that time was Bill Clinton. If you got Bill Clinton with a little 13-year-old girl forcing her to perform oral sex on him, guess what? Bill Clinton is not going to want that to come out. So guess what he going to do? Whatever Israel or the CIA tells him to do. Do y'all realize how big a problem child trafficking is? Really, the sex trade, human trafficking. Here in Freeport and Bossier, because you got to realize Freeport is right here with a population of about 180,000. Right across the Red River, you go over the bridge, you are in Bossier City. Now, we got 5 or 6 casinos here. And every week, you're seeing young girls being brought from Dallas, Houston, and other places here to these casinos, and they're being basically pimped out. Human trafficking is a serious issue, and Jeffrey Epstein played a major part in it. Now, again, they tell us that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself, but even the people who performing the autopsies on Jeffrey Epstein, like I'm gonna put the link up in of the latest finding that we had, where they said a man's eyeballs was about to pop out his head, meaning capillaries in his eyes were exploded, meaning he was strangled to death. But why is it that your government and your media is steadily telling you that Jeffrey Epstein hung himself? This is what they want us to believe. Now, another doctor who was part of the autopsy said that Jeffrey Epstein had 3 bones in his neck broken. Now, that's crucial because he said the only way these bones can be broken, out of all his years as a coroner, he never seen those bones broken when a person hung themselves. But if a person is strangled to death, you will break these 3 bones. I forget what the name of them are, but y'all go ahead and do the research on that. Make a long story short, why is it that your media is still telling us that this man, they holding on to that bull crap narrative that he killed himself? That man did not kill himself. I'm going to be real. I'm probably a conspiracy theorist. I don't even think he's dead. I'm going to just be real. I don't believe that he's dead. I believe he's somewhere over in Israel right now having a margarita on the beach with a bunch of 12-year-old girls. Because again, you got to realize he was an agent for the Israelis Mossad, which is the equivalent of the CIA here in America. He also worked for the CIA, and again, his job was blackmailing powerful people to control their agenda. Because again, if you got me on camera with a 13-year-old girl, I don't want my wife, my mama, or nobody to see that. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to do whatever it is you tell me to do. This is how important Jeffrey Epstein really was to controlling the American government, because again, the Israelis, in order to get these tens of billions, do y'all realize we give Israel $10 million a week? Literally, that's how much money you and I, as taxpayers of America, send over to Israel. Why are we sending Israel $10 million a week? You know, why are we doing it? I'm gonna tell you really reason why we're doing it. We're sending that money, and they're building weapons of war. And they're building weapons to suppress the Palestinians. But whatever Israel do, as far as their agenda with the Palestinians, black people in America, you better understand that who do you think train most of your police in America? Retired agents of the Israeli Defense Force. This is what happens. These people over in Israel, they practice new weapons, they practice new techniques of suppression on the Palestinians. Then they come here to America and teach this to your sheriff departments, your local police departments. Why do you think we still live in hoods and ghettos? Because it was meant that way. You control the neighborhood that blacks live in, you can confine them to that neighborhood, and now you can deny them resources such as jobs, economics, water. Look at Flint, Michigan. You see what I'm saying? So we have to understand that Jeffrey Epstein was an important player in, I guess you could say, policy, because he got you on tape with a little girl, you know what I'm saying, 13, 14 years old. He's going to blackmail you. You're going to do what Israel or the CIA wants you to do. Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think Jeffrey Epstein killed himself? Come on, man. Do you really think Jeffrey Epstein hung himself? I mean, first of all, anybody been to jail know how fucking impossible it is pretty much to hang yourself, even in a regular cell, but especially a man who's supposed to be on suicide watch. So they took him on suicide watch and then he hung himself. That narrative has already fallen apart, because we'll come to doctors are coming out right now saying no, even if he did die. Even if I'm wrong when I say that he didn't kill himself, he's still alive. If I'm wrong, guess what? Even the doctors are coming out saying right now that Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. So why is your government still forcing the media to tell you that he did? Always ask questions. Protect your children, man, because this child trafficking is getting out of hand. Those of us who live in Freeport and Bossier, we see it, I mean, at an alarming rate, because again, we got 5 or 6 major casinos here, and all these little girls are being brought from all around the South. Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Mississippi. People are bringing these little girls here to pimp them out, man. So we need to start really, really emphasizing the dangers of child trafficking, and we need to come up with solutions. First and foremost solution, parents, be aware of your children, where they at, who they're with, and what they're doing. Hey, this your boy Rod Thomas Jr., man. Y'all hit the thumbs up button if you like this. Share this video on all your channels, because see, I can't share my videos no more, even on my Facebook page, because we're trying to get monetized. And there's a lot of restrictions that go into that. But if we can get the money coming in right, y'all can rest assured by this time next month, we're gonna have a whole set behind us. I got everything planned, you know, like I said, from my time working at a television station here in Freeport. I know how to do what it is I need to do. It's just right now, I gotta get that money up, you know. It's kind of hard being a single dad to a little big head 9-year-old. That's damn shame, man. I'm 49 years old, and I got a 9-year-old. But guess what? That daddy little man, I'm taking care of him. Y'all help us out, man. If y'all know somebody that can donate a laptop or a camera, hey, reach out to us. We would take all that, man. But until y'all see us on another video, and keep in mind, we finna start our podcast back up. We're gonna be on speaker. You know, we used to have a radio show that was doing good, but, you know, of course, again, being a single father, you know, time did not permit me to do my radio shows consistently. Well, we finna get back to doing them consistently. So until y'all hear me on another one of these videos, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, share these videos. Y'all be blessed.